Hello, ARC family. Welcome to the ARC journey. It is so exciting to be with you. I'm carrying around the sunburn of being at camp for a week for our high schoolers. What an awesome opportunity. If you don't see the hope in the church, you need to spend time with our kids. You need to be spending time with our kids. We had a number of our PKs there. What an exciting group. They are leaders amongst their peers and strongly grounded. And I saw you in all of them. It was amazing to be watching and working with them and say, oh my gosh, that's your father, that's your mom. And I was sitting down as I was getting to know one of those young ladies, and not one of the PKs, one of those ladies at camp, one of those young high schoolers. She's talking to me about her interests, her excitements, and she's like, I'm also a writer. And I'm like, oh, cool. Thinking that she's writing poetry, she's maybe writing songs. I'm like, have you done anything that I might know? Have I seen any? She's like, well, maybe. Have you heard of the Skit Guys? And I'm like, yeah, I've heard of the Skit Guys. She's like, well, I've done 2 of their things, and I'm currently working on a couple more for them. And I'm like, wow, how amazing is that? Our kids are amazing. We need to be investing in them. That's why I wanted to talk to you and make sure you know about July 16th and 17th coming up. It's a discovery class. Logos and Church Relations are helping to sponsor that. Christine Florendo, thank you so much for spearheading this, for seeing the impact that it's made in your congregation with your kids, and saying this is one of the ways that we can carry discipleship forward in our region. So if you haven't taken that before your kids, here's what's going to happen. They're going to come in on Friday. They're going to be there Friday evening. They're going to spend the night. They're going to be there Saturday till about lunchtime. And they're going to discover their spiritual gifts. They're going to discover how God created them, thinking about their life experience, their interests, all those things. And then they're going to talk about what God might be calling them to do in the future, all with an eye of how are you joining the mission of Jesus. So if you haven't put that in front of your kids, you need to do that. We need to give them these opportunities. So if you have any questions about it, I would say pick up the phone, shoot out an email to Dr. Florendo. Christine has done a fabulous job. She's seen firsthand what the results are in her own congregation and how it could benefit you. So it's worth the connection. Pick it up. It might be one of the greatest investments that you can make in the future. So that's the discovery class coming up. Look for more information. I think Christine's getting something out for us here soon, going out to the basic information for you so that you have something to hand to somebody. You know, that's with Christine. So I'm excited about that. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about making that investment. So, right, we are about the business. Our mission as the church is to make disciples. That's God's challenge for us. And the hard thing is all through COVID, we've been working through this stuff. And the mind-blowing thing is, what is a disciple? How do we define this? So I want to give you something. This comes from Bobby Harrington. He is the discipleship.org founder. This is his mission, and helping the church to engage and understand, seeing the short, how we've fallen short in making disciples. And so his definition is this: a disciple is someone who is following Jesus, who is being changed by Jesus, and is joining the mission of Jesus. So it is someone who is following Jesus, someone who's being changed by Jesus, and someone who is joining the mission of Jesus in their daily, everyday life. So I want you to ponder that, think about that. Is that fall short anywhere? Isn't that what Jesus has called us to do? It seems to be, and rings to me to be, the simplest, most common, boiled down definition of what it means to be a disciple of Jesus Christ. So it is someone following Jesus, it's someone being changed or transformed by Jesus, and it is someone who's joining the mission of Jesus. Not our mission, it's Jesus's mission. We are being called to just join him where he is and what he's doing. So I want you to think about that. So as disciple makers, we are intentionally helping people to follow Jesus. We are intentionally helping people to be changed or transformed by Jesus. And we are intentionally helping them to join the mission of Jesus. And that is our role. And the ERC, growing out of conversations that we've had, informing each other over all of this COVID time as regional directors, they have set a course that makes a lot of sense to me. No sense reinventing the wheel when God is already laid this stuff out. But their mantra is discover, develop, and deploy. Think about that. As disciple makers, we have three roles: discover, develop, and deploy. Discover, develop, and deploy. And how are we doing in each one of those categories? So as we launch in continuing to discover our mission to make disciples, this is, I believe, where we're headed. This is where we're going. So I would love to hear feedback. Pick up the phone, give me a call, send me a text, shoot me an email. Are we on track? Is this too far out there? Is this, is there something that we're missing? We would love to get some feedback from you. But I really think that as we continue to press into discipleship, what does that look like for us in day-to-day ministry as ministers of the gospel, as a faith-based family moving forward and reaching out into our community? How are we discovering, developing, and deploying? How are we helping people to follow Jesus? How are we helping them to be transformed by Jesus? And how are we helping them to join the mission of Jesus? That is our job. That is what it's all about: sharing the gospel in a way that people are going to follow, and allowing the Spirit to step in and take over, knowing all along it's nothing about us, and it's nothing about our congregation. It doesn't matter how eloquent our messages are or aren't. How wonderful is that news? Because it's all about the Holy Spirit calling the individual. And are we being his agents? Are we on this mission with the Holy Spirit? So some things to ponder. Continue praying for our camp. Thank you so much for praying for the first week. Thank you so much for praying for week 2. We got 3 more to go. So keep on praying. We have kids who need to know who Jesus is. We've got this great discipleship journey, and I am super excited about the potential that we have to grow and become a great place for kingdom work in the Allegheny region. And thank you for your part in that. It wouldn't be possible without you. All right. See you next week.